January 15, 1881, the Chilens take Lima as the capital of Peru. January 19, 1881, John Sutter died in Washington, D.C. February 4, 1881, Linnington Manor burns down to the ground. February 18, 1881, the first issue of the Firmist newspaper is published by Hubert Eno Clark. February 16, 1881, the Canadian Pacific Railway is incorporated. March 4, 1881, James Garfield became the 19th President of the U.S. March 13, 1881, Alexander II was assassinated. April 1881, pogroms began in Russia after Jews were blamed for the assassination of Tsar Nicholas II. April 19, 1881, Benjamin Disraeli died. May 21, 1881, the American Red Cross was incorporated by Clara Barton. July 2, 1881, President James Garfield was shot by Charles Guiteau at a Washington, D.C. train station. July 4, 1881, Tuskegee Institute opens in Alabama. July 14, 1881, outlaw Billy the Kid was shot and killed by lawman Pat Garrett in New Mexico Territory. August 3, 1881, the Pretoria Convention peace treaty is signed. August 27, 1881, the fifth hurricane of the Atlantic season hits Florida and the Carolinas. September 19, 1881, President James Garfield died, and Chester Arthur became the 21st president. October 13, 1881, Irish political leader Charles Stewart Parnell was arrested and imprisoned by British authorities. October 26, 1881, the gunfight at the OK Corral took place in Tombstone, Arizona. April 3, 1882, outlaw Jesse James was shot and killed by Robert Ford. April 12, 1882, Charles Darwin died in England. April 27, 1882, Ralph Waldo Emerson died. May 2, 1882, Irish political leader Charles Stewart Parnell was released from prison. June 2, 1882, Giuseppe Garibaldi died. September 5, 1882, the first commemoration of Labor Day was held in New York City when 10,000 workers held a march. December 1882, the first Christmas tree with electric lights was created by Edward Johnson. December 10, 1882, Alexander Gardner died. March 14, 1883, Karl Marx, father of communism, died. May 24, 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge was opened with an enormous celebration after more than a decade of construction. July 15, 1883, General Tom Thumb died. August 27, 1883, the enormous volcano at Krakatoa erupted. 1884, Mark Twain published The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. August 6, 1884, the cornerstone for the Statue of Liberty's pedestal was placed on Bedloe's Island in New York Harbor. 1885, Praseodymium, at number 59, and Neodymium, at number 60, were discovered. March 4, 1885, Grover Cleveland became the 22nd President of the United States. June 19, 1885, the disassembled Statue of Liberty arrived in New York aboard a French freighter. July 23, 1885, Ulysses S. Grant died. September 7, 1885, Labor Day celebrations were held in cities across America. October 29, 1885, George B. McClellan died. May 1886, germanium, at number 32, and dysprosium, at number 66, were discovered. January 1, 1886, Upper Burma was annexed to British Burma. March 16, 1886, the Kiel Canal is adopted. April 6, 1886, Vancouver, British Columbia, is incorporated. 4, 1886, the Haymarket riot in Chicago took place when a bomb was thrown into a mass meeting called to show support for striking workers. May 15, 1886, American poet Emily Dickinson died. May 17, 1886, the Motherwell Football Club is founded in Scotland. June 2, 1886, President Grover Cleveland married Frances Folsom in the White House. August 31, 1886, the 1886 Charleston earthquake affects southeastern South Carolina. September 1, 1886, Grasshopper Club Zurich is founded as the first football club of Zurich. October 7, 1886, Spain abolishes slavery as Cuba. October 28, 1886, the Statue of Liberty was dedicated in New York Harbor. November 18, 1886, Chester Arthur died in New York City. January 21, 1887, the Amateur Athletic Union is formed in the United States. January 28, 1887, the Eiffel Tower starts constructing in Paris, France. February 2, 1887, the first Groundhog Day was observed in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. February 4, 1887, the Interstate Commerce Act of 1887 was signed into law by Grover Cleveland. February 23, 1887, the French Riviera is hit by a large earthquake. March 3, 1887, Anne Sullivan begins teaching about Helen Keller. March 4, 1887, Gottlieb Daimler unveils his first automobile. March 7, 1887, North Carolina State University is established. March 8, 1887, Henry Ward Beecher died in Brooklyn, New York. March 13, 1887, Chester Greenwood patented the earmuffs. April 1, 1887, the Mumbai Fire Brigade is established in India. April 10, 1887, the Catholic University of America was founded. April 20, 1887, the Occidental College is founded in Los Angeles, California. May 3, 1887, the Sonora 1887 earthquake hits Sonora, Mexico. June 21, 1887, Britain celebrated the Golden Jubilee of Queen Victoria, which marked the 50th year of her reign. November 2, 1887, Jenny Lind, Swedish opera singer, died. November 19, 1887, poet Emma Lazarus died in New York City. December 1887, the character of Sherlock Holmes made his first appearance in a story Beeton's Christmas Annual. March 11, 1888, the Great Blizzard of 1888 struck the east coast of the United States. August 31, 1888, the first victim of the murderer called Jack the Ripper was discovered in London. November 6, 1888, President Grover Cleveland lost his bid for re-election to Benjamin Harrison. January 22, 1889, Columbia Phonograph is formed in Washington, D.C. March 4, 1889, Benjamin Harrison became the 23rd president and gave an uplifting inaugural address. May 31, 1889, the Johnstown flood occurred in Pennsylvania when a poorly constructed dam burst. June 8, 1889, the Wall Street Journal is established in New York City. August 6, 1889, the Savoy Hotel in London opens. September 23, 1889, the company, Nintendo, was founded by Fusajiro Yamauchi in Japan. November 2, 1889, North Dakota and South Dakota became the 39th and 40th states. November 8, 1889, Montana became the 41st state. November 11, 1889, Washington became the 42nd state. November 14, 1889, Nellie Bly left on her 72-day race around the world. November 20, 1889, Argentina is the first country to recognize the abolition of the monarchy in Brazil. December 1889, Pierre de Coubertin visited the campus of Yale University to study its athletic programs. December 6, 1889, Jefferson Davis died. December 25, 1889, Benjamin Harrison held a festive Christmas celebration for his family at the White House. 1890, brown trout is introduced into the Upper Firehole River in Yellowstone National Park.